They just the same thing shortened up about to there, but they carry numerous pistols. Cavalry would they be known to carry 2 to 4?
That's the Force 44 Magnum ever made.
And sometimes have up to 10 tied on their horses. If they were going to fight some horseback.
So they'd have a bunch of shots.
Yeah, they'd just have a lot of pistols loaded up. But it covers Mitchell, Yankee, and Avery County. And we're all from Mitchell County, and gentleman over there's from Avery, and that gentleman there's from Yankee, and most of our women's from Yankee.
They're man in the tent.
Yeah. So tell me what do you do?
Our goal is to preserve the true history of the war. Unfortunately, most of the history of the war, it's the spoil of the victor, and it's not wrote right. And if we go back and dig up the letters and battle records and such, it don't match the written history. And that's our whole goal. And we go out also, now that we can get VA markers for Confederate vets, we go out and erect, when families request it and we can find one, we go out and erect head markers on Confederate veterans, basically preservation of the history. Yeah. Hey, there's a pamphlet. I was wondering if we had any of them.
I brought a few of them.
Our organization, our camp gets out and does 4 or 5 living histories a year.
We don't do a whole lot of just reenact.
We're not into reenacting. It's into more living history, trying to put this knowledge into people.
We have
put it to the people.
We have a yearly service in Mitchell County on the Confederate Memorial Day at the Historical Biblical Cemetery. We have a service that morning in Barnardsville at a newly erected Confederate monument, which we have been approved for and raised $6,000 for the one in Mitchell
County. We're getting ready to erect the man.
So I'm sure you gentlemen are familiar with old HK then, right?
Yes.
HK Egerton?
Yes, he's come and spoke at camp several times. Yes.
Yeah, I filmed him several times and did some videos with him.
He spoke to camp about I don't believe he spoke since you've been.
He is a man of courage.
Yes, he is.
And dedication. I mean, it takes a man, especially in that situation, to do what he does.
He had a lot of events.
If people want more information about how to get a hold of, learn more about you, how would they do that?
1-800-MY-SOUTH.
1-800-MY-SOUTH.
Or you can pull up
Toe River Valley Confederates.
Google the Toe River Valley Confederate, and there's links to the national website and the North Carolina website.
Toe River
Valley Confederate.
Toe River Valley Confederate.
It's a blog site that our camp runs.
Okay.
We do a lot of cemetery work, installing gravestones. We installed probably over 500 flags, would you say, this year.
Do you run across many people think it's just racist?
Yes.
Well, why do you think that is? Is it because they're uneducated?
Yep. Back to that, the true history.
Is it possible that people want to change the history of today's world?
Yes, they do. That's called the spoils of victor. Yep. The victor gets to write the history. God only knows what went down in World War II. The Germans might have been as awful as they was, and they probably were. They might not have been that awful now, mightn't they? It seems like whoever wins the war gets to write the history. And it's that way in any history.
Yeah. You gentlemen ever seen a book that was wrote by a guy out in Black Mountain, talks about the prisons of the southern...
Yeah. Andersonville had an 18% death rate in it. 18% of all Yankees that went in there and died. You don't hear nothing about Elmira, New York, 17% death rate. You don't hear nothing about Camp, what was that?
Lookout, Maryland.
Lookout, Maryland, 16.5% death. You don't hear nothing about that in the history book, but all you hear about is Andersonville, 18% died. Yeah. You don't hear about what was that in Chicago, 17% death rate. A little better than Andersonville.
Yeah.
But one thing you got to consider about Andersonville, after Sherman went through Atlanta, Andersonville was isolated. There's 125 or 129 of the guards starved to death at Andersonville.
Yeah.
So if the guards were starving to death, how could you feed the prison population?
That's a good question. So when you fly a flag on your property, you're flying a flag of the South?
Yes, sir.
You're not flying it for racist or anything like that?
No, sir. We are anti-racial. We're anti-political. I mean, he's a strong Republican. I'm a strong Democrat.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
Our ancestors
supporting our Southern heritage.
Our ancestors fought and died for what they believed was right in the time in which they lived.
Yeah.
And it wasn't all about slaves. Grant you, that was an issue. But the issue was the right for each state to govern itself, and that's what the Constitution of this country was originally founded on, was for each state to govern itself.
If you'd like to read a book, right here's one I'll highly suggest.
The Real Lincoln. What's that say? A new look at Abraham Lincoln. His agenda and unnecessary war. That's interesting.
That's a real good book.
They're going to party about every hour.
Good. I know somebody I want to put in it. I want to put somebody down in and let you shoot them over the
That'd be something to watch.
The facts of what happened.
That'd be something.
I'll look it up. I appreciate your time.
Board around. Ready to
Now we gotta cover it, right?
Barry. Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire! Son of a gun! Ooh. Son of a gun! Right shoulder. Which one's your right? Okay, Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
Hold up. Watch the way you steer, lady.
In a while. Be patient. Oh, he wasn't there too much ago.
Shoulder, arm. Support, arm. Left shoulder. Hold his left. Remember, if it's comfortable, it's wrong.
It's comfortable.
Not really. This is the worst.
I can stand this better than I can right
Just
here.
because you're just standing there. If you march, it's miserable.
I'd rather have it here than right here. That hurts my arm.
Shoulder, arm.
We got the video at the house.
You don't have that.
Tells us our lives will change. The way we've been living, we can't sustain. Everyone before us has ruined this world. We need a climate czar to lead us to the netherworld. My television pollutes too much. My radio, they're saying can't be true, 'cause it means they're lying to me and you. I'm gonna reach for my gun, jump in my truck, quit my job, driving west till I found the sea. Stopped in a diner that I couldn't believe. Said steak on the menu, oh that couldn't be right. Spoke with the chef, it had to go tonight. Told him Washington appointed us all, and he'd have to